Hey, y'all. This is Dr. Tracy Harrell, and we are here at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Baptist Church. We're here getting ready for the first session in a series of 6 sessions that we're calling the Better Together Empowerment Series. It's the Getting Better Together. Are you excited?
I am excited.
This is the pastor of the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Baptist Church in Renton, and she also has a doctorate in transformational leadership, y'all. So this is all about transformation. It's about empowerment. So we want to just share a little bit about why is it so important that we do this work together. Why is it better for us to do empowerment and healing type work in community? Why is it better that we do this together? I'll start with you.
Okay. Well, it's important because as a people, we have carried trauma from past generations. And in order for us to thrive as a community, we must continually focus on healing. And this work is important because it brings us to the space of being heard, being healed, and finding hope to move forward to a future where we thrive as opposed to just surviving. So that's the importance of the work that we're doing.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it. Not only is she joining us, did she open up this space. We were going to be at my church, New Beginnings Christian Fellowship. You guys will see my pastor here. Reverend Braxton will be here later on today. But she opened up this space for a couple of reasons, right? We started a series. We were talking about the 60th anniversary of MLK's March on Washington. So we said, this is not a commemoration. This is the continuation. This is the work. This is how we continue the dream. So Cassandra is helping us continue the dream.
Yes. Happy to be here.
Right.
Yes.
And to be between this wonderful lady who's leading a church named after MLK. How exciting.
I'm very excited because legacy is important to me. And I feel that with all that we have experienced just in my short lifetime, one question that we must ask ourselves in this season is, what will it take for us to heal? Yes. And if we take the time to define what that looks like for us, then I believe the next 50 years is going to be something that we could have never imagined as for our community and individually.
I love it. I love that. I love it so much. Why would you, and this is, did I have you introduce yourself? Did you tell them about your beautiful restaurant?
I did not. My name is Cassandra Williams. I am the owner of Love by the Slice Baking and Catering Company. We have been in business since February 2002. And we have endured a pandemic. We have endured several moves, and we are still growing and thriving, and the business continues to grow, and we are excited about this next season because for the first time since I started this business, I'm now able to focus on building people and sharing my story and working with others in the community to share this legacy of building wealth and building health in our community.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Now, we were talking about the continuing of the dream. You do this all the time. Continuing the dream is your thing. Why is it so important that we are intentionally showing up like this right now for both empowerment and healing? Intentionally, in this space, in this divine space right here. The science and the spirit.
So it's important because to thy own self be true. And hurt people. And until we heal the pain, the trauma, we'll continue to hurt the next generation. So that's why, continuing the dream, I think Dr. King really said that, we come together as a community. And that's what love is about. Love is about being healed. And so it allows us the opportunity to really stop and reflect on our own lives personally, but then collectively as a community, we heal and we're able to move forward in a way that's really life-giving and thriving.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And we have one of my other favorite people, Edward Newman's in the house. Edward, hello. We've done some interviews. We've done some. This is kind of your thing. You're normally behind the camera, but I'm like, no. We got to bring Edward in front of the camera for a few reasons. Like, this is your thing. And when you describe the life that you've experienced here, you've had some trauma, some guns in your head that you're pointed at. at the part of our heads and faces that no one wants guns anywhere near. Like you have had some traumatic experiences, and yet you show up with such ease and calm and community. Like you show up wanting to be a part of empowerment and healing for our community, and you have been. You're part of the Black MBA leadership team as well. So talk to people real quick about why they should be a part of this healing community, this getting better together opportunity, this opportunity to live powerfully.
All right, so yes, my name is Edward Nubens. I'm the CEO and founder of Motivated Life media company and also retail company. Support a lot of people in the community since I was a kid. I've been a part of all the different programs. Also been a board member of different nonprofits. And so for me, to answer your question is, we're at war, even though nobody wants to say it. I've been at war when I was a kid moving from Spokane and moved to the Central District in '83. Experienced all the police violence, war on drugs, everything you could think of, I experienced it. But I'm not the only unique person. Every kid in my community can say they went through trauma, all different levels. You know, I'm not trying to say whose trauma was worse than the others. We all went through it. And so for me, I've learned how to be a fighter, but you can't fight by yourself. And so for me, it's like, the reason I do what I do, because I had a lot of support too. My mom put me in various programs, even though I didn't grow up with my father. She put me around men that were like father figures, from coaches to YMCA leaders, things of that nature. So I've always been supported. And so for me, it's just a way to give back, but it's like, I have no other choice. That's kind of how I grew up. But we really don't have a choice either as a community. If you want to live in a silo, you'll be taken out easily. It's not just from a certain group of people. It's like we have a war from economics. We got a lot of stuff that we're dealing with, our health and things of that nature. So if we don't come together with knowledge and information and share information, we're not going to be around, and we're not going to have a better future for the younger kids and the generations behind that. So for me, it's like, you really don't have a choice. You're either going to work together or you're not going to be around. So I think we have a lot of smart people, but you know, in the Seattle area, we typically work in a lot of silos. A lot of smart, brilliant people that are running around here. There's no question of the talent that we have. It's just a matter of coming together, having better communication, and things like this allow us to be able to do that, and we just got to keep on building upon that.
I love it. I love it. And this is really going to be an experience for the ages, right? We're videotaping everything. So if you're here, expect to be videotaped, right? And I also want to talk about the here part. So we were going to be at New Beginnings. So if you are headed to New Beginnings and you're listening to us live right now, head to Martin Luther King. A week ago, we decided that, you know, you got to pivot. I like to say that we're intentional, but we're also organic. Like we had a plan, and it's like you got to go with the flow. You got to surrender to the universe. And so being back here at MLK just reminded us that, hey, we started some work. This was meant to be the continuation, so it just felt very divine, very exciting to be here. And so we invite all of you right here. What's the address for MLK Memorial Baptist Church?
4510 Northeast 10th Street.
You heard it right here, y'all. 4510 Northeast 10th Street in Renton. So right between Tacoma and Seattle. And we do want to talk a little bit about the National Black MBA Association, because this is supporting multiple groups. So if you think about it, we have Black MBA won one of those grants. It was the Racism as a Public Health Crisis grant, right? And one of the things we said we would do is we would come into community and empower and heal. That's the work that I'm expert in. We got a lot of people who, this is what we do. I'm bringing in experts. I'm bringing in people that are committed to us doing this work. And so the National Black MBA Association Seattle chapter, our president, Dr. James Carter, will be here today. We have others who are going to be here. We have Debrina Jackson Gandy, who's going to be here. You know Debrina very well.
Yeah.
See how he smiles? Right.
Yeah,
You know Debrina.
I work with the whole family, you know. I just had Debrina and her husband Joe Gandy on the show on my podcast.
Oh.
They were in the studio. I've been a part of things that she's done, the elevated movements, met her family, you know, her brother, all those different folks in her family, so her daughters. So yeah, I'm integrated in the family somewhat. You know.
I consider myself integrated too. Maybe not as much as Debrina loves upon us, right? And this woman here has already loved upon us as well. So we have, again, Reverend Dr. Linda Smith. We also have Reverend Dr. Braxton, who's going to, Leslie Braxton, who's going to be here as well. And I think that you know, we call it the NBCF Empowerment Ministry, is committed to really bringing education and healing here to our community. So join us at 6 o'clock. Join us at 6 o'clock, May 6th, and we're doing this every Monday for 6 weeks. Now talk a little bit about why the 6-week concept is so important. We got a plan for the 6 weeks. We're going to evolve, but why is it that we got to spend a little extra time? talking to you.
Oh.
Anyone who wants to answer that question. Why do we need to spend that kind of time
Well,
together?
I always like to think about soul work is slow work. And it takes a lot to be healed. Because first of all, we have to be able to process our stories and share our stories, and then from there we find healing in the community with one another, and then charting a path forward, which is what hope is about. It's looking forward to a better future, a better way to live and to engage. And I think Edward said it best, is to come together collectively and to bring healing to our community so we can thrive.
Okay. So real quick as we close, why should people join us? Go.
I don't know if I speak quickly, but no, I think overall it's just you got to join. I mean, you got to be a part of something. If you really want to grow, you got to be able to learn from other people, wisdom. We're sharing information, so I think it's just an opportunity to continue the path of growing.
I love it. I think you should join us simply because we are the change. We get to be the change that we want to see. And now is the time. We're not promised tomorrow. Now is the time. So show up so that we can leave a better future for those, a better present and a better future. Why should people join us?
Because it's the right thing to do. It's about living into the future in a new way.
I love it.
Yeah. And I believe you should join us because this is an opportunity for you to begin your healing journey. And this is a way of also understanding that you're not healing alone, that we're doing this in community and that we're all in this together. And when we finish this 6-week course, we will be better together.
Hey, I love it. I love it. We'll see y'all soon right here at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock at MLK.